Saturday, 2/13/21. We have a lot to go through as usual, but we're going to do it just a little bit different like we do each and every week. We want to make sure that everybody's informed. We want to spread the word, spread the wealth. So hit that notification button so you can get these every single day, weekend, night. And please hit the like button. That really helps the algorithms pass this on to other YouTube watchers. Hopefully they can join this channel, as we are in a bull market and there's a lot of new players in this game, and we want to make sure that we can help them out the best that we can. All right, so let's get into it. We have the SPX. We're on the weekly. Not only do I want to pay attention to this weekly candle that we had nice follow through from last week, we're way over the 8MA and all the other moving averages, which are moving up as well. But really what I want to show you is that we're in wave 5. So wave 5, this sentiment here, we have an extended wave 5 here. That's a great example. Look how the momentum just lifts, almost parabolic in this one. We have a wave 5 here. You see how it's going straight up right in that 8MA. We have a wave 5 here. Also, great examples. And a wave 5 here, which ended off with a blow off top there. So are we in the same thing? Yes. And we have something to back ourselves up to. So this is a great support. If you notice, this was resistance for a long time. We popped above it, came back down, uses it as support, and have not looked back since. So let's go over to the daily chart, and we can use those same type of examples just so we, in other words, what I'm saying is bullish sentiment is cray right now. So we definitely want to pay attention to a move like this, where we had that one dip right in the center. It seems like, now there's dips all the way through here, but that one bigger dip, that could be the same as this one here, which would mean we have a nice little, who knows, 9, 10, 11 days almost in a row that are going to be to the upside. So, and then it corrected again, only to push it higher to have the coronavirus crash there. But same thing here, you know, just a nice steady move to the upside. It's not, everything's going to rhyme. It's not going to look the exact same, but look at this one. I mean, amazing move right at the end. Just when you think, you know, all indicators are, they're red hot, there's divergence, and it just pushes hard for a blow off top, come back and correct and do it again. Okay, so let's get in a little bit closer. I want to ignore these wave counts. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this one out just so, because what I think is, I just want to pay attention to this one here. And I think this is still a wave 1. We're getting close to resistance here. And I think we might, since we're so bullish, I don't think we're going to come down very hard anymore. I think this is going to continue on up and even maybe accelerate. I think we're going to burn through this. The momentum's to the upside. We're looking to make a higher high here and actually push this this bear divergence line, just push it up, you know. So let's see if we can break through there after we make a wave 2. This wave 2 is probably going to be a little bit shallow. It might go down to the 20 MA, which is riding right along with the channel bottom. So that's what we're looking at on the daily. Let's move over to the 65-minute chart, and let's see here. Actually, let's go over to the ES on the 65-minute. This will give us a clear look of our inner wave count here. And we are in a wave 5 right now. We have our wave 4 here, which, let me get a hold of that. Come on, little guy. Wave 4, that means wave 3 ended up here. And we're moving on to wave 5. We finally broke through to new all-time highs, 39.36. We now made a weekly resistance. We'll see if we can pop right up here to the resistance, maybe a 39.50. Maybe those will go sideways for a little bit to pop up. But we have the bearish divergence, but we would just want to be careful. With this bullish, extreme bullish sentiment, we're going to start looking at the RCI as well. So I want us to look and make sure that we are adding on our put protection when we are headed to the upside. We're not going to fight this trend. We're gonna probably use some puts for protection, and that's just about it until we get to the top of a range. And then I'm gonna let this fall back. I'm not gonna push things too far. Unfortunately, we didn't know if this was a wave 4 yet. So all during this time here, we had so many stocks rising to new highs and breaking out, and we weren't able to play that because we weren't sure what was happening, at least here on Options Tenor. I always recommend to check out other YouTube channels as well. When I first started, I had like 10 different channels I was watching at the same time, and you start to learn a little bit off of everybody, and that's where these little nuances start to come into play, where you're optically able to see some of these little tricks to the trade. So I still have this on here. I still want to see if we can maybe test this trend line here, or the 20 MA with the channel resistance here. And we also have our retracement, which is 61.8, works perfectly with this daily, but I'm not sure that any of that's even going to hit. So we want to take profits as soon as we start to pull back any time. We want to make sure we take our profits, let some runners ride, but things are coming out down, and they're just being bought up right away. So here I put over here on the side, I want to look at the RSI for now on with you guys, and the MACD. And I'll probably make an RSI video as well. There is a MACD video, and I'll pin it up top. I'll put that link there and possibly at the end of the video. But I want to say, is the technical analysis not working? Well, I tell you what, some say no, because the bearish divergence isn't doing anything. But I say yes, it is working, except we're just not getting the moves that we want. The market does what it wants, but we got our pullback from the bearish divergence here. It pulled back. Now it wants to go back to the upside. Yeah, we'll set another divergence up here. Sure. And we'll probably short it. But we'll take our profits quick. We'll see what kind of move we're making, whether it's a B, C, or just a small a retracement. Maybe it's a quick one. We don't know. But we'll definitely put some. But we're going to focus on the bullish end after we make these corrections. We want to see these corrections down and then get to the bullish side. We want to be on the right side of the chart. So looking on the MACD, we are headed to the upside still. As soon as we curl and make a crossover like this, that's when we know that the bullish divergence or the bearish divergence is confirmed. So then that will probably say that we're at the top of the channel and we'll make another divergence. It hasn't happened yet. I put the line out here for potential. It doesn't happen until this curls over. If this wants to go straight up to this turquoise line, which I also added in, if this wants to go straight up, it can. Okay, we want to just keep watching every single day, every morning, every evening to see what's happening. But in the meantime, we're going to play individual plays. And then we're going to look at the RSI, because this is going to give us clues as well. We are in the red zone for the 70, but this is the ES chart. So a lot of times we can burn all the way into this RSI up to the 80 area. So let me pull out this chart a little bit more. And here's the nuances that we're going to talk about. So as we see little divergences, where can I find one? We're going to find each and every little divergence as we make a higher high, but the RSI does not. We'll put a little line there just to know to get ready, put your hedges on. We'll be looking for those divergences. We'll also not necessarily put on put plays as soon as it gets up to a hot point here around 80. This one almost 83. That's not when you actually throw on a put necessarily, unless you're giving it some time. If you're putting a put play out 2-3 weeks, you are golden, because it's going to end up playing out. But this could have, went so much higher. We're not sure. It ended up playing out, but this is not a sell signal, or it's just giving us. It's just giving us a heads up to put your hedges on. As soon as you get that divergence like that, man, that's a killer. That's a nice put play there. But right here, the RSI didn't actually, it was about an even top there. So we were looking out, but here is the divergence. And we got our put play. We got our bear break. Now it's to the upside. It's oscillating up. We don't want to go against that. it's probably going to go up here, maybe to 80, maybe to 77 right here. That looks like a level where many times you have those 77, 77, 77, 77. So we'll probably put a line up there. Maybe we'll just put a turquoise line up there as well to just know that's when we want to, after it pulls back, the RSI pulls back and gives us a lower high, that's a divergence. That's when we'll be looking to put on some put plays. Okay, you're not going to catch them every time, but if you give yourself a little bit of distance on your put plays a couple weeks out, then you should be pretty good. But they may not be very deep, so take profits when you can. Okay, let's see. Levels are key. I put that in there because we have to watch all of the. This is a weekly level. This is our weekly range last week. If we get below this weekly range and start breaking in to the next week, then we know we have a wide range we can work in. Whoa. Oh, gosh. What happened? We're pressing buttons all over the place, you guys. I'm making artwork. We'll just edit that out, right? No, we just play there. So anyway, we want to watch our levels, watch our weekly ranges, watch our expected move next week. This is our first expected move. If we get down to that, great. I'll probably be taking some profits, not expecting it to actually go down below it. But if it starts to break, comes back up here, can't get back into this weekly range, and then heads to the downside, you better believe I'll play that. And I'll play it with both hands in because it will accelerate. But we're going to watch for that big wick to the upside for a bullish reversal because we are still bullish. I don't care if it comes all the way down this trend line or further. We're still bullish in this market in the longer run. Those will just be quick extra plays there. And you make a good amount of money with put plays. Don't get greedy on those because you'll make it money fast. Okay, so those are the levels. We have our SPX we already went through. Is efficiency back? Okay, so we had the expected move. Let's go over to the SPX. This video is going to be a little bit longer than your weekdays, but we have our expected move here. So in the last couple weeks, we started off with like, I believe this was 80 some points or so. You know, we got a little wider, about the same, and then we got the volatility, and our range was like 127 points. And then I said to you guys last week, I said, hey, we have to watch out because we could break through this either way. Well, I think that was just kind of a fluke. Not typical, where we had a break through the expected move, then a break through the expected move, and an upside break to the expected move, and then all of a sudden a 63-point range. Well, guess what? We have a 57-point range now. So if we stay within this range, we're talking just efficient market efficiency. You know, they're hedging. The big firms are hedging in between these lines here, and they want to keep the price within there. So if we continue inside the 57-point move, then that just means, you know, we're grinding to the upside. We're bullish. We're going to do one of them extended wave fives. We may break down just to be bought really quick again each and every week. You know, I've played markets where the expected move has been all the way down to 11 or 12 points. Imagine that range where it's getting so tight, and then you could easily break to the upside with volatility or break to the downside with volatility. So this is what I'm saying, you guys. Maybe we start off the week just popping up. Maybe we hit the bottom of the range, but I think we're just going to keep grinding ourselves higher after every pullback at this point with an extended wave 5 until we get really extended on that daily. Let's go over to the daily and just reiterate what we're looking at here. This is the daily MACD. Well, you know, as soon as we get to a point where we're not breaking above any points, if we start heading to the downside a little bit more, then we have to start getting cautious with those bearish divergences again. And also this RSI, not even overbought. We're at 66. Look at the last time we actually had a divergence. I'll put this at, well, let me go to the next board. It'll be easier to see. Yeah, I put the divergence on the next board. And I put this line up here, this fuchsia line over here at this, it's about 70, a little bit over. And that's where we've been kind of hitting through the past, overextended. And so that's when we have caution. We don't even have any caution right now. We're at 66. we could go up to 80. Okay, we have tons of room. We are in this range here, but if we start breaking through there, then you know what's happening. You know that we have this extended wave 5 to the upside, and we're probably going to blow off top. So again, we're going to watch this on Monday in the morning. Hit the notification button so we can remind you of what's happening, so you can check out my chart, so we could do some of the work for you. Maybe you notice something that I don't. Put in the comment area on the YouTube channel, just so we can all learn from each other. Join us. Hit that like button so the algorithms can spread the word and spread the wealth. Okay, guys? So I appreciate you coming in here. I do have a video coming up this weekend. It's a bonus video on gold. So gold looks primed to go. If you want to see that video, just it should be out by Sunday or at the earliest Monday morning. All right. Thanks for joining us here at Options Tender. Have a wonderful day.